Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 15 of the AfterLife Podcast. This is the longest running version of AfterLife Podcast. Man, can we get a round of applause for that? It's amazing. Who would have thought 15 episodes is what we had to get to in order to beat all the other podcasts? But today, we got some of the finest looking gentlemen of AfterLife on today. One of them being Runic Titan without his face came on, so it's a little bit saddening, but...
So it's even better now.
Yeah.
No.
Look at that guy with the beard that I wish I had.
No. We want to see you in all your glory without you hiding behind a profile picture. But we also have Whitefire over here.
Hello.
And last but not least, we got Big Sugar Daddy, Hugh Bone over there.
Shigeru Daddy.
Look at those arms.
Yeah,
What
he's
are you
been probably
saying?
working out in this time of need.
What I see in his reflection on the sunglasses. Can you see his web browser history?
Yeah,
Oh god,
you
oh
can
fuck.
see it. Oh
Oh
god.
shit. Oh fuck.
Man, you just said the most curse words in the podcast, probably like out of all the podcasts.
Yeah.
Man,
Good start.
quick
he's
start to
triggered.
cursing.
He's
Yeah.
triggered.
Well, we have to mention that we're also available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, so don't forget to check that out. Link in the description down below. And of course, we're also available on YouTube, where you can see our beautiful, beautiful face cams, excluding
mine.
Runic. Yeah. And then also don't forget
You
to
know-
check out the AfterLife Discord, link in the description down below. If you guys want to join us, have fun with content, community, get notifications for when we release videos, maybe talk to somebody, make some friends, in this very special time where you're supposed to be doing social distancing. So, which also leads us to our first topic, coronavirus updates. So, how's everybody been living? Has anything changed drastically for you since we've last talked about it? Or anything special in your lives? Maybe you got shot. Somebody like mugged you because you were trying to take the last little bundle of toilet paper, and you were like, "Please, I need this for my family, sir." So,
My
anybody?
bottle.
No. Well, I mean, like the big thing is that like I started to develop a cough again.
White has corona. Emma,
It's a wet cough. It's fine.
Emma, run.
Emma? Who's Emma?
Emma.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't
Emma.
matter.
Emma. Emma. Emma.
Mama? What?
Mama.
Wait.
Wait.
So you
Wait.
got a wet cough going on over here.
Yeah, it's not like bad or anything at all. It's just I have to cough every once in a while now, so
I mean, you've
Oh,
always
well
had the
then.
cough, though.
Just don't do that in the public.
it's more noticeable now, I guess, because everyone's on
Really?
edge. But
Oh, yeah.
like I'm on edge now. I'm like, oh my god, am I coughing? Oh my god, my nose is gonna start running or something.
Mm-hmm.
I cough whenever I drink water. It just goes
Must be
down the
fun.
wrong pipe sometimes.
Yeah, it's when you're just trying to, slurp up real quickly and you're, not ready for it.
Yeah. And then it comes in unexpectedly and you choke.
Sounds like a Hugh Bone move
Great.
right there.
I mean, I just
mean-
cough now, just to cough to make people on edge. Because, people start freaking out now. They, walk farther away from you when you cough. So it's just, fun now. It's like a little mini game.
You
I
gotta
feel
go
like-
up and be like, I'm from a Wuhan.
I'm from Wuhan, China, big boy.
Am I wrong if I say that people distance themselves more from Asians?
They do.
Because it's that's where the thing
Yeah.
started.
People are
Yeah.
stupid. They literally do that. When I went to the airport to go to Puerto Rico, then eventually to Philadelphia, people were staring at me because I'm Asian. When I went to Walmart one time here in my town, I got stared at. A family literally stared at me. It's like, what am I doing? I'm just living. I didn't even
Okay.
cough once. I wanted to cough at that point.
It's like a superpower, dude. You see a crowd of people.
People
you just
leave me
walk
alone.
through, and
Oh
then
my
it's
gosh.
like a protective
That's
shield.
what I
dude.
should start doing when I go to
Oh,
Walmart.
you
Just
could-
start coughing my way down to what I want and just
No, you
cough
could
my
go
way
out
up
your
to the
way.
front of the cash
Just
registers.
part the Red Sea.
And then cough on the freaking checkout screen.
You
I
can rob a
mean-
bank and you'd be fine. No one will chase you.
Now they might call the police on you or something. Be like,
Yeah.
detain this person. They have corona.
Kikona.
Yeah, they're doing the freaking curfew stuff and saying, you're not supposed to leave your house, or you're supposed to do self-quarantine and isolation. It's no fun.
At my college, they sent out an email saying that if you came from these certain areas, you would have to get a screening now through the health center whenever you
Mm.
first get here, which is like then one of the areas
Interesting.
was like a certain part of the state that they
Oh,
said was
really?
like it's the biggest part of the state. Where like they basically said, hey, this must be a hotspot or whatever. They called it a hotspot. It's not. Or like an outbreak zone, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's not. So it was a little weird, but yeah, they've tried to crack down a little more on it now than they were before. Like, because I know before all my classes went online. Due dates for stuff got pushed back, but that was about it, really. Sucks to be in my room all the time, but I'm kind of here anyways. So
I mean,
Yeah,
Americans are
my-
pretty weird with the corona thing. Like I've seen on the
Uneducated.
news, like 50K people on a beach. It's like, what the hell are you doing?
spring breakers, yeah.
Yeah. So those are all the college kids that still
Can't
had
stop
their
us going
trips
to the college.
scheduled, but they're like, not gonna bail on it. Why bail on it? We already paid for it. Might as well.
If I get sick, I get sick. Oh well.
Well, to be honest, like I didn't know until recently that it has like lasting effects even on younger people. I thought it was just like you get it, it's over, and then nothing happens, But
Mm-mm.
Yep, it affects
I
your
wonder if
lungs
people know
permanently.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
my
oh, you can
Sorry.
go.
No.
No, you go.
No,
Please,
you.
please
No,
go ahead.
you.
No, you.
Please go
All
ahead.
right.
I'm not bothered at all that you interrupted me.
Okay, I'll
So,
go.
like, please
then.
go ahead.
All right.
No, please go ahead. It's fine. Just like go ahead.
Okay. Well, in my city, there's only one person that has been like tested and confirmed having the coronavirus or whatever.
Mhm.
But even then, it's like so weird going to the mall now because there's like hand sanitizers everywhere, and I don't even bring my phone into the mall anymore. I only bring my cards so I can wash them with hand sanitizer after. And it's really weird. Only one person has been confirmed, and it's still so like, oh, be careful because you don't want to get it. I don't know.
Mm.
And people
Yeah.
are hoarding like especially minced meat for some reason. Like toilet paper, that's fine, but like minced
That's a new one.
meat.
I
I've
think
never heard of
people are
that.
just trying to buy whatever they can buy food related wise. Because, like, when I went grocery shopping, everybody bought every single meat there was. There was literally nothing. There was no toilet paper, no wet wipes, no paper towels, none of that. All that was gone. So,
What
Yeah,
do you do
we're
if you don't have toilet paper though? Do you like wash it with a sponge or some stuff like that?
you get a bidet, you install it, and you use
That's
that
true. That's true. I guess.
I mean, all you have to do is just take a shower after you poop. You just have to deal
every
with
time.
Yeah,
don't your shower smell like crap then?
it should be
Like
fine.
it goes
Nah,
down
if
the
you use
drain,
a little bit
right?
of soap, the soap masquerades the smell.
Just put some nose plugs in. There you go. Easy clap.
Yeah.
Mm.
Personally, I just skip the shower entirely. Just go for the good old hand trick.
What?
Okay. Well,
I'm old fashioned like that.
You
I
stick
can
your
tell.
head down the toilet just to like wash your hair?
No, the hand.
You
No,
flush
he
it?
just
Never mind,
sticks
never
his
mind.
whole bottom in the toilet, so it's like in the water, so nothing like really splatters. It's just in there, automatically clean.
He poops in the water so it doesn't spread anywhere.
Are you guys
boy.
retarded? You use your hand to wipe your ass. Come on.
But then that doesn't get everything. You come on now. See, White, this is what you signed up
What
for.
I wanted to say earlier before I was so rudely interrupted
Keep going, you.
was that my university,
Uh-huh.
they said we were going to be off for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Right. Just
Just
2
like mine.
weeks.
Mhm.
So I'm like, okay, I don't have to bring everything home then. So I packed everything. Not everything, but I packed a lot of stuff. I'm like, okay. And so I drove 2 hours to my house. And then I got an email saying that school is canceled forever until the semester. And so now I got to drive 2 hours back to my university and then 2 hours back to get my stuff.
Wait,
So
what?
wait, it's cancel, or is it online school?
It's online school.
Okay, so it's not as
It
bad.
was not canceled.
It's
Yeah.
not, yeah, I should have
Okay.
phrased that better. But I've just got to drive 4 hours to get the rest of my stuff.
Oh,
and now
you
I'm mad.
poor thing.
you
You have to
poor
drive
thing.
4
Aw.
hours.
Are
I have to
they-
drive 8.
Are they really strict
Oh,
with
that's
stuff
not that bad.
online? Like, do you get more tasks than normal, or like, do you have to make presentations when you're at home?
Well, I took an exam yesterday.
Like PowerPoints, shit, stuff like that.
A lot of places, I mean, like regular online classes, no. I mean, I know my university doesn't. We're leaving it up to the professors to kind of develop what they want to do for the rest of the semester. And some professors just don't know what they're doing, or if they do know, a lot of it is just kind of what they were gonna do, just online. So like the tests just are online now. All the assignments are due online.
Yep.
So
There's
how does it work? Like I saw a meme video where there was a professor like in a chat room, and then the students were just typing in the chat. They weren't like talking or anything.
Yeah.
And the one guy just asked if he could go to the toilet or whatever.
I don't know why they asked
that how
that,
it
but
works?
Brings their computer or phone to the toilet. I mean, no.
It's like, professor, and then the professor's like, yeah, what do you want? What can I help you with? And it's like, oh, can I go to the toilet?
All of mine are doing it where they record videos for us or just post the PowerPoints and say here. And then supposedly I think some of them are going to be like hosting their own little like Q&As, you know, if you have any questions for them during our regularly like scheduled times or whatever.
Like the
Oh.
AfterLife Q&A.
Yeah, boy. But I mean, I'm sure nobody's going to come up for their Q&A though, so.
I know
mean, at least I won't.
my professors, some of them, most of them are like the same as Jay's, where they're just going to be basically recording their lectures or like recording whatever they're doing and then posting those videos on our website, and
Dude,
people
that has
can
to be-
just watch it. I know one of my professors is using Zoom, so they're doing like a live video conferencing, which is I used Zoom for an actual online class last semester, and it is basically like Twitch, but it's it's a video conferencing tool. So I mean, you can have a microphone and a webcam or whatever and interact with the professor, but most people just sit there, listen to the professor. If they have a question, they type it in the chat, basically.
Yeah, one of my go-to catchphrases when there's a girl like roller skating past me really fast, I go like, "Yo, girl, you zoom in," just like the website chat interface.
Nice.
I go, "You zoom in,
Use Zoomer.
you zoom in, girl,"
Kazoo.
just like the online website chat, like similar to Twitch website.
Yeah.
Zoom.
I know one of my classes is actually using Discord for office hours and stuff. Instead of having in-person office hours, you can like some of the TAs and some of the professors and stuff will sit with you in a call, and you can like share your screen and you can get help that way. So
I mean, it makes sense. I know Discord's been like making little tutorials for those teachers to like help them get that situated. I'm sure they probably already have like a pre-made setup, because like when you create a server, you can like select like already pre-made setups. You know, if you're a content creator, if you're like a guild, or if you're like a teacher, I guess now you probably can just select there and automatically populates it. So I'm sure they probably have something like that.
Has to be so much easier for the teachers though, because they don't they teach the same things to like several classes, and now they can just do like one take and then send it to every class.
I guess
some of them. So some of my professors teach the same class, just 2 different sections or 3 different sections. Some of them teach different classes.
Hmm.
So it depends on the professor.
It's like easier for the
teacher.
teachers, but harder for the students.
Well,
Not
I wouldn't necessarily say
necessarily.
it's easier,
You don't think so?
because like a lot of the like my mom's is a high school teacher who doesn't like doing anything online. Like
I
she will
guess.
put up her notes and stuff online, but she is not used to doing anything online. So that's really weird for her to have lectures, record lectures and put them online, or do some sort of live thing online. She can barely work a computer at times. So like it's going to be more difficult for a lot of teachers who are older. One of my professors does everything, or at least before now, did everything in person. All the tests, all the homeworks, all the lectures, everything was on paper in person. And except for like a few files of like he would like scan in his lecture notes and like upload them, but apart from that, like everything else was in person, and now he's got to figure out how to do anything online. He can barely work a computer. He can barely
Does
work
he do live calls?
I don't think he is. I think he's just gonna record stuff and just post it and say, here
Okay.
you go.
I was gonna say, for a lot of professors, you just got to get like a group of people together that say their mic is muted, in chat.
That'd probably work.
I want to see that.
That'd
You
be
could
funny.
probably use a lot of those Twitch memes and like get them with it. Your mic's muted. Oh, your mic's crackling. Oh, your mic's doing this. Oh, we can't see you.
You need to press Alt F4 to
Well,
unmute your
well,
mic.
I'm gonna do this tomorrow. Then see ya.
Oh, well, and then, you know, if you like have a different username in chat, like you change your name to something.
Oh yeah, so I ended up using the same
Huge
Discord
anus.
account
Mhm.
for the Discord server that was set up for my class. So I had to change my name so they actually know who I am.
Got the
Like I
name
see a lot of
Whitefire?
people. What was that?
Did you have the name Whitefire?
Mm-hmm. When I first joined it, and so I had to I put my real name on it. I had to change my nickname or whatever, but I contemplated actually making a different Discord account just for that, but I was like, whatever.
Your professor would be like, "Who is this Whitefire? Whitefire?"
I mean, are
I
you
mean, like,
fine
honestly-
with them
What?
knowing that?
Like,
Are you fine with them knowing your online alias? And then, like, I mean, I'm assuming you have the connections available on your Discord profile where they can see
Yeah.
your YouTube, your Twitch, your Twitter,
Yeah, and then when it says
Oh,
you're
this will be
streaming,
interesting.
he tunes into
Yeah.
the stream.
or when you start streaming, because then it
Wait.
automatically connects.
Yeah,
I didn't think about that.
I mean, you can always make it where you have like a different Discord account, but only through your web browser. Or like, you know, through Microsoft Edge or whatever. So then you just open up Edge every time you want to go to that Discord. But I guess you won't get notifications immediately. So.
You know what? It's fine. I'll just get free viewers. It's okay.
Oh my gosh,
Big
who is
true.
this Whitefire guy? Why is
Whitefire?
Brian streaming? Yeah, that's their reaction.
who's Brian?
It's you, Bones.
You.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna move along because I feel like we talked about this for a nice chunk of time, and I figure we can move on to GameStop viewing itself as essential retail, meaning they view themselves as essential as like grocery stores where they should be allowed to stay open like any other grocery store or like
No.
essential thing.
What
So-
is what?
I was just
only
curious.
essential stores can stay open.
Hmm?
Only essential stores can stay open.
In some states.
Oh,
So like in
I didn't know that.
California, only grocery stores and like hospitals and whatever equivalent
Gas
things should stay
stations?
open. Yeah, gas stations. So like those things should stay open because they're kind of essential, right?
Yeah.
Or like I know in Pennsylvania, they just removed the GameStop's business license, so they're not allowed to do business anymore.
We're essential for gamers. Gamers, rise up.
The
So
thing
it-
is, GameStop isn't even essential for gamers because most people
No.
just buy their games online.
Yeah.
So like,
That is
how is GameStop
ironic.
even remotely essential?
So
What if
what do
GameStop-
they even sell? Is it like technology stuff? I mean,
they do
like,
sell technology stuff. So that was
boards.
their scapegoat. They were like, we sell like webcams and other, you know, useful technology stuff that people can use during this epidemic so they can work from home. And it's like,
You can buy that at like Walmart,
you're kind of
Yeah.
stretching
a
it
grocery
here.
store. Like,
I mean, it's not like anybody's going into GameStop regardless, but like
yeah.
they're really stretching it here.
Because the owners want their workers to work, I guess.
Well, no, their stock is like basically useless. Like their stock is what, less than $4 now, and I think it decreased even more after like it got publicized that they were gonna stay open, where it like decreased like another 30 cents or whatever. So it's like, I mean, might as well put the nail in the coffin that way, I guess. But
Does GameStop have an online store?
yes,
So if you order a game from GameStop and then click on 1 day shipping, would it be like GameStop, use Zoom in? Girl, yeah, GameStop, use Zoom in.
I mean, no one would order from GameStop to begin with. So like,
yeah, there's no point.
Yeah,
No,
but
Like,
it's
why wouldn't
kinda
you
like
just order
the
through
web chat.
Amazon? Why wouldn't you just buy it through that, you know, specific consoles marketplace or platforms marketplace? Like,
Where
What
would you
is the
even
point?
get like a copy of it in like real life?
or why don't you
If you're
just go to
talking about
Walmart?
games.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Why wouldn't you just go to Walmart? Like, why would you ever go to a GameStop?
I mean, I
other-
guess
other
if
than
you have like, you
Walmart?
know, your what do they call their reward points, or like when you resell the game, like sure, maybe you have an extra $1 on your account that you want to use, but like, not gonna make a difference. Like everything, Walmart has everything, but I mean, I guess we don't want to give all the power to Walmart or Target or Amazon.
They
but
already have all the power.
True.
We're not giving any more to them. I mean, people already don't.
Tiny bit.
I haven't been in a game. Well, I've been in a GameStop in the past few years, but I haven't actually bought anything from GameStop in probably 10 years.
I just go into GameStop for like the nostalgia factor. Like,
But,
yeah,
yeah.
look at all these games. Oh, look at the posters. Look at the, like the little PlayStations they have set up, or like the cutout poster boards that they have of like people or whatever. I always find that neat.
You didn't stop at the GameStop to get any games?
Nope.
No, I just go in there for nostalgia and be like, this is what an old relic looks like.
Back in my day, these places were actually useful.
Yeah, they really
It's kinda
were.
sad, actually.
It is sad, like to think
I mean,
about
like people used to be like make like big crowds of people waiting for a game to be released. And it was hype and everything, but now it's just you're sitting behind your PC waiting for a timer to count down on Steam
Yeah.
or some crap like that. I don't know.
Yeah. So I mean, I
Kinda
guess it does
sad.
kind of suck, but like, I mean, some people can't have that luxury where they have. I mean, they have to go to a store because their internet is that poor. But even then, people just put a code in the freaking CD box and say, "Okay, enter this into your Xbox and redeem it." Then you can start your downloads. Like, okay, so that was kind of pointless. But I mean, I guess some
Yeah.
people collect the actual CD boxes, so.
Like collectors and people who like to have an actual physical disc, because there
Yeah.
are people like that, are the ones who probably go to the stores. But for the most part, like you can just, like Riddick said, you just wait online and you just wait for the game to be released and download
mean,
it. About it.
My PC doesn't even have a CD room anymore.
Yeah, mine doesn't
the
have one.
new
I
one.
never bought one.
Mine does. I made sure when I built this PC that I got one specifically to play. It's a CD DVD drive specifically to play DVDs. It's actually Blu-ray. I think
Oh,
it's-
really? Oh.
Yeah, I think it's all. Wait.
I mean, you
It is
can probably
Blu-ray.
just buy like a CD room with like a USB port or some crap like that. I don't know.
You probably can.
Mm-hmm.
You can probably do a lot of things to eliminate that. Because, I mean, Blu-ray is still pretty great, but, like, I don't think I've ever used Blu-ray. So,
Yeah.
that pristine quality.
Speaking of, we were talking about new games earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of new games, there's a new Half-Life game coming out in 2 days. I am so hyped for this game. It's gonna
Wait.
be like the first
It's the VR
AAA,
Half-Life.
like good VR Half-Life.
no!
where
Here
it's
we
gonna
go
be,
again.
Like, first good
VR.
VR game. It's gonna be so good, dude. I'm gonna like spend like hours with a headset strapped to my face.
I've looked nothing into it. I don't care one bit. Never played Half-Life.
I bet.
You haven't played Half-Life, dude?
hate.
I haven't.
Oh my
I haven't
god,
played
you
it.
guys are cringing out. I am cringing right now.
This
To
is
be
the
honest, who
Half-Life
really
community right here.
plays VR right now? Like VR was a lot
A
bigger
lot of people.
3 years ago.
The
No,
only
no,
thing I
no,
can
no.
see
It's a
VR being
lot
fun
bigger
is
than it
that game where you know the meme the Knuckle
VR
guy
chat.
Knuckles is from. What?
Yeah, VR chat.
VR chat.
Yeah, that seems a little bit fun, but other than that, it seems like crap to me.
Bro,
I
have
think
you
it's still pretty
played?
big.
Have you seen Beat Saber?
Yeah, I played Beat Saber
Yeah, it's
Bro.
old
I've seen
now.
it.
Old
on a
news.
VR headset.
We got Beat Saber, Boneworks,
Uh-huh.
which let's see. We have
Your Wii game?
VR. Well, we have video players for the good shit. Can't think of any other games off the top of my head right now, but lots of good games.
I mean, like in
So-
10 years, VR is probably gonna be big, like really big.
I think
don't
it's
know.
going to be big as soon as Half-Life Alyx
I'm
releases.
not sure
I
about
don't
that. To be
know.
honest.
I don't
think
know
so.
if people care enough about Half-Life
I
for
don't
that.
think
though.
so either.
Bro, a lot of people care about Half-Life.
Wait,
It's
A lot of
gonna-
people,
it's
but I don't know if
gonna-
it's
I think it's
enough.
gonna be the turning point for like good VR games in the
You know?
future.
It might
I
be.
think so.
maybe.
It might be.
I don't know. I mean, I know VR headsets are getting cheaper, right? So that means they're slowly getting into more households. But like, I still feel like a lot of people don't have good enough computers for VR or just care enough about VR yet. So I mean, maybe, Half-Life, like you said, is the breakthrough where it's like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest VR game or game in general made to man. So like maybe more people will hop on because of that. Or maybe developers will just make even better games because of it. But
Yeah.
I mean, I still haven't cared enough for it, but
Have you tried it?
I've never tried it.
Once you try it, you'll know. It's like you're literally standing inside of like a fucking game, dude. Like
Yeah,
you're
but the
virtually
controlling, I
inside of. You're
imagine.
standing inside of it.
I just imagine the controls being a bit like
You use your
stupid. I
arms
don't
to
know.
control, bro. You
Yeah,
pick
but it's
it
so
up
much
and you
easier,
hold
like
the
being
guns,
precise
whatever.
with your cursor. I think, right? I
Sorry?
don't know. You're just way more like accurate or whatever, precise with your cursor than
But that's
Actually,
not
more
the point
accurate
of
using
VR.
your hands and like holding. In my
Yeah, but
experience.
I would like to see like never mind.
No, I saw a video where they compared like keyboard and mouse players to like VR players in this game, and like
Mhm.
VR players did better.
In
So I mean,
Beat Saber or
I don't
whatever,
know.
Lightsaber or whatever the crafty game was called.
Probably not Beat Saber. Probably some different game.
No, it was like I think it was Rec Room, I think it's called, but it was like a gun like shooty game.
Really?
So yeah,
Fortnite
mean-
VR.
Yeah, that's how
Minecraft
you get
VR.
seasick. I mean, I'm surprised I haven't seen more people like go back to that yet, but
yeah, I think Minecraft is better played on a flat screen. That's just my opinion.
Probably.
It's just one of those games 'cause it was built for it, you know.
And then
I
probably
could see it
more
being fun on,
advancements need to
like-
be made.
I could see VR being fun on like Hypixel or something, with like walking to a color and like not dying. You know, those kind of things.
Mm.
Hardcore Minecraft and VR. I'm ready.
Okay, White, we're ready for you to do it. Wait, no, Hugh.
Oh man,
Hugh, go back to
You
your
why
roots here.
Hardcore Minecraft, dude.
You got it
Hell
all
yeah,
right there.
dude.
Let's see you do it.
If I can keep my mic steady, maybe.
Or you
Keep
could
it
do
steady, jeez.
hardcore survival island with White while doing VR. So your perspective is VR and White is normal over there.
All right, White, let's get on that. When are we recording? After the podcast?
Just staring into your soul
Okay,
right now.
I'll see you there, Buckaroo.
We're recording in 2023. Okay,
Why so far away?
gives me enough time to prepare mentally for that experience.
There's never enough mental preparation you can have for Hugh.
That's true. But
You know what?
once you, I'm telling you guys, once you try VR, it's gonna change. It's gonna be so good.
I didn't like VR all that much.
What
When I tried it.
What thing did you try it? Like
Beat
what?
Saber?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What headset?
I don't remember.
Uh,
It was like last
was it like
year.
on a shitty phone or was it like on a proper
No,
thing?
it's like an actual headset.
Oh, really?
I didn't really care.
How could you not like Beat Saber, dude?
I mean, it's not like I didn't like Beat
just don't
Saber,
like
but
rhythm
it's not
games?
like something I would play all the time.
Playing weeb songs on
That's
that.
fair. That's fair.
Like I prefer the traditional gaming approach, if you will.
Dude, Guitar Hero. That's where it's at.
Okay, well,
Never played Guitar Hero, anyways.
Really?
Yeah.
Jay knows what I'm talking about.
I think I played it like once or twice.
Oh, come on.
I went
Not-
straight from Nintendo consoles and like Zelda and Mario and Dragon Quest and a few other things to
Dragon Quest,
PC.
Is that the 2D thing?
No.
No, that's Adventure Quest. Never mind.
Yeah. But yeah, I went straight from Nintendo products and stuff to PC gaming. So
Hmm.
I didn't ever buy anything Guitar Hero. I had friends who played it, but
Mhm.
Never
Yeah, I was
mind.
a
I had
I was a
Guitar Hero for the
PlayStation
Wii.
boy.
yeah, I basically went straight from what did I play? The reason I started playing on PC was because of Minecraft.
Really?
Hey.
I literally had a crummy laptop that
Wait.
I bought
So-
Minecraft on.
So what would you do now if Minecraft wasn't like made?
Yeah, so if Minecraft didn't exist, White, what
Yeah,
would
what
you
if
be doing
Minecraft didn't ex-
instead? Like, you wouldn't have jumped to PC.
I wouldn't be a gamer probably.
Really?
Bruh.
Minecraft. I mean, Minecraft is like I played Nintendo games before then, but even then, like I wasn't really a gamer. I just kind of played every now and again. I had consoles, I just didn't really play. I played Pokemon. I played a lot of Pokemon, but apart from that, like I only played maybe an hour a day, like 5 times a week. Like I didn't play much at all, and then I started watching Minecraft on YouTube. I actually went over to a friend's house, played a little bit there. I was like, "Oh, this is cool. Let me go try this out." And so I started watching it. Then I got the Pocket Edition version. Then I started playing them on my PC. Then I started getting a PC where I could record enough. Then I started recording Minecraft. Then I started playing other games. It's kind of how that works. So I probably wouldn't even be online all that much, honestly, or in the gaming realm at all.
Interesting.
I feel like for me, it's a bit the opposite. I feel like Minecraft kind of. It sounds bad, but I feel like it killed gaming for me. Like I'm not trying any games. I have never tried Dark Souls, for instance, and like those kind of games. I feel like I would probably have tested that if Minecraft didn't exist. I don't know.
That's a bit odd.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just haven't played any other games besides Minecraft, or what?
Well, I
Or
have.
you got
like,
like
I-
demotivated.
Fortnite,
Oh,
WoW,
okay.
Fortnite, WoW, and
Hearthstone.
Hearthstone and
Hearthstone.
RuneScape before.
Bro, you are not a big gamer.
No, I'm not. I feel like it's mainly because of Minecraft for some reason. Because I
don't
played so much
think
of it.
so.
Like I didn't try other games.
I mean,
You
I was
just
part of the
play
community.
roleplay.
Like
Yeah.
I started with Minecraft basically. I branched from there. The only other games I really played then were Rocket League, PUBG. I like mixed in some other games. I tried some games here and there, but I didn't really care for it. And then I slowly stopped playing those other games and went back to Minecraft. So
I am actually generally curious though if Minecraft is the game that I've played the most, like played or like playtime. I really wish they had like a tracker thing for
overall,
that.
like just
I really
with
wish
the
they'd had a
launcher.
tracker on the website for it to be
Yeah,
able
like-
to track like how long you were logged into, I don't know, just the game in general. Because
Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
kind of hard to track though, because it's all client side, and like every single like if you had a bunch of single player worlds and you only played single player, you could go back and track all those hours. But multiplayer is almost impossible to track.
Well, I feel like if they made it
Uh.
where the launcher did it, then it would have been feasible. Like as soon as the launcher actually brings up Minecraft, then it could track from there overall. Maybe
Yeah,
somehow.
that's a bit wrong though, because like you usually keep it open sometimes, right? Just not playing.
Well, I think that might
Not
be
really.
the easiest way, or like, maybe it, like, I'm sure they could figure out a way for them to do it where like as soon as you go into a world it starts then, or if you go onto a server it starts then, and then it combines it
Well,
all.
Yeah, I guess the thing about like a lot of Steam games and stuff is one, it's through Steam, so Steam has built-in servers to track that probably.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Mojang didn't, Notch and whoever was developing didn't think about that. Like that
Well,
wasn't even
yeah.
on their mind. It's like, and
Probably
a lot of
didn't care.
Minecraft, like a lot of people just play single player,
Yeah.
and I don't know like if it's all that possible to really track that other than in an individual world basis.
Mhm.
So maybe you could keep track. I mean, maybe they could keep track of multiplayer servers or the amount of time you've played. Well,
I think
not
they
like you're
could
going
keep
through,
track
like-
regardless though.
I don't know.
Like
I
I'm
don't know
sure
how that
it's
would
not
work.
too easy, but I'm sure it's not too hard.
I am
I-
very
if-
hard right now.
I mean, like if it's gosh
Great.
dang it.
That's great, Hugh.
Thank you.
If it's not that difficult, then why haven't they done it yet?
Probably because it's something nobody really has cared enough about, maybe, or it's
I
just
mean,
not on their
lots
agenda.
of people have talked about it.
But maybe
and
it's
I'm
not
gonna-
as highly requested as other features, or people would think
Imagine-
they're wasting their time on that then, when they have
Imagine
other
if they
crucial
added,
things they could be doing, such as fixing all the stupid bugs
Yeah,
or
true.
optimizing the game.
Dude, they would
What's-
probably add parenting control or whatever if they did add like a time tracker for that.
They probably already do. Well, I mean, they probably already have like some form of like parental controls for like Minecraft in a way, I imagine.
Oh,
Like
dude, I
on
just got
Bedrock Edition.
flashbacks.
I
My-
mean,
My
There's-
dad put like a program tracker on when I was in like middle school because I was so addicted to playing video games. He had to cut off my time.
Hmm.
Yeah, sorry, continue though.
I don't know. Wow.
I mean, like, I was basically like, and a lot of the reason I wasn't much of a gamer was I was limited every day on how long I could play. I was limited to an hour a day max. That's all the time I got, and if I went over, there were punishments for it. I'd be grounded, or I would get all the game systems taken away, or I wouldn't be able to access the internet, or stuff like that. So
Corona. That was a dry cough, dude. What the heck?
Yeah, I wasn't pretty wet white. Oh no.
yeah, well, I actually stopped myself there. So I was talking, and then I tried to cough in the middle of talking. And anyways, the only times that I really got to play over an hour was like
At your friend's
snow
house.
days. Like friend's house, there was no time limits because it was whatever their parents did, and more often than not, their parents were not nearly as strict as mine when it came to that. But other than that, it was like snow days, or it was like snow days, or if we were going on like a trip somewhere. Like if I was in the car for a while, they'd be like, just get on your DS or whatever, your Game Boy, or whatever you have, and play however long you want. But if it was like, and if it was like a snow day or something where I was home from school, I literally had nothing else to do. They're like, you can play for 3 hours. That's fine.
Just 3 hours?
Yeah.
Man.
Like we literally, like my brother and I would literally have to ask for time. We would have to ask to play video games. If we didn't ask, there was some sort of punishment for it. So
yeah, my parents used to be more strict with that.
That is a very strict household.
Stopped.
Yeah, I didn't really care though. I guess like it was a nice break. Well, because then like when I had other things to do. When I had schoolwork to do, like the distraction of video games wasn't there. The distraction of the internet wasn't there. Really, I mean, I just got my stuff done. I read a lot of books. I mean, a lot of books. That's what I would do with my free time. Aside from not playing video games, I would just read a book or go outside and I don't know, play sports and stuff.
Dude,
What's the
last
favorite
time
book
I
you've
read a
read?
book in like 6 years ago at least.
What's your
It's been a while
favorite
for me.
book, White?
My favorite book? Probably my
between-
favorite series. I don't know if I have a favorite book. My favorite series to read was all the Percy Jackson books.
Harry
Bruh.
Potter.
I don't
Have
think
you
I
ever
ever
read
finished
the
that.
Have you ever read the Warriors books with like the kitties?
Yes. Oh no. Oh, I
Bro.
read like
Wait, what?
Bro, that was my
I read like up to like five series or whatever.
I think
of
I've
them.
only read the original series, and I remember really enjoying it, but I haven't read past that.
I read a lot of those.
Oh,
Oh my!
yeah.
Like we even bought them, and so like we had these like hardcover books that had 2 books in one. So like
Mm.
you'd finish the first one, you're like, oh, I can go right on to the second one.
Nice.
Nerd.
So,
Nerd.
I
Did
would
you guys
literally.
ever- What?
Oh, go ahead.
Did you guys ever get like tests at like elementary or whatever, or like whatever college, or I don't know, where you had to like write like a novel or whatever?
A
Like
full
you have to-
novel?
Well, a Roman, or I don't know what the heck they're called. You have to type like or make a story. No,
Like
I
short
mean,
stories?
maybe short
They're like
story.
projects.
short story. That's probably what I'm thinking of. Yeah. Do you ever have to do that?
I think so.
Yeah, it wasn't
mean-
timed, but
I wish I could go back and read those because they're probably so cringe. Because I bet I only typed about games, like Boulevard level 9 warrior going into the hills, or I don't know. Oh man, cringe.
yeah, most of mine were probably based off of books. Because like I said, I didn't really play video games, so didn't have any good stories.
I want to reread the Warriors series to see if it's as good as I remember.
I don't know how many different.
I might actually
series you
have it here. Hang on. Cringe.
Oh my gosh, are we gonna do
Bro, these books are
AfterLife
so
Book
good.
Club?
Wait,
Bro.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
book
Warrior
club,
Cats by Aaron Hunter. That's right.
a nice view.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
thank you.
think I think they've just kept
Whoa,
on.
I didn't mean to see that.
What?
Oh fuck!
Nothing.
Something fell. Okay, this is. Oh, that's the wrong Warrior book.
Good job, he. I'm proud.
I don't have it here. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you for the show, he. We don't.
You're
Your
welcome.
microphone's kind of blocking. There you go.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah. We're gonna listen to these nerds talk about books.
Nerds.
1, 2.
Nerd.
Oh, maybe I went through the 4th series.
I feel like the only book I'd probably read is like a Game of Thrones book or something. I don't know.
Maybe I
I've-
went to the. I don't know.
Have either of you guys read Game of Thrones books?
No,
I
never
want
even
to
seen
read
the
it.
show.
I mean, the books are supposedly really good though. So
Yeah, apparently
yeah.
they're better than the series.
yeah. My gosh, that could be our first book for AfterLife Book Club.
No,
Yeah.
we're reading Into the Wild and Fire and Ice.
Oh hell yeah!
Wait,
Wait,
what's
What is
what's
that?
Those are the
from
first two
again?
books in the Warrior Cats series.
Oh, I thought that was like a throwback to like the AfterLife Book Club, like when we initially mentioned it during like the first few
Packed
podcasts.
Wolfen Club.
Is what like KB and I think Renix started like talking about some random thing or like some book on the internet. I think maybe
Did you?
Hmm.
Wait, what book was that?
I don't know. There was like some.
Wait, did I
random
talk about that? I don't even
You,
know.
you guys like found like a. I think you were there. I think somebody found a random book off the internet.
Where's
Oh.
the book?
The AfterLife Book Club.
Come on, White. It's not this hard to find a book.
No, like I see all the books. There's 6 books in every series.
So
I think
we're
I've
gonna
heard
have a
the title,
weekly
though.
book club meeting, and we're all gonna have to talk about literary elements that we thought and what they meant.
Oh
I'll
god.
be honest, I actually right now want to find those books and start reading them again.
All right,
I read
we'll
I read
talk about
those
it on the
series
next
probably several
podcast.
times.
My gosh,
Like-
Afterlife Book Club. That could be a new video on the Afterlife Hub channel. Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I just think series in general are like 10 times more entertaining because you can see the stuff.
Okay, all right, hipster.
Okay, boomer.
All right, let's look at this plot.
Come on, White. It's not this hard. Okay,
I've heard the
well,
title before though. Into the Fire and Ice or whatever you said.
Into the Wild is the first book, and then Fire and Ice is the second book.
Yeah, he's right.
Yes, with the 4 clans, and they were basically wildcats.
Cringe. Cringe. Dude, cringe. I shat my pants when they went in to invade the other clan, dude. I was so
my God.
nervous.
I have like no clue what you're talking about.
Basically, wildcats, 4 clans. Each of them belong to a clan. The first book basically starts. There's this house cat who like escapes or whatever and becomes a wildcat and becomes
Yeah.
indoctrinated into this clan.
They
and there's
called
all
him a
these-
kitty pet too.
kitty pet. Yep, that was the word for it.
Yeah.
And they basically just battled each other sometimes.
That
And
sounds like Afterlife in
It's
a nutshell.
basically Game of Thrones.
yeah.
Team Panda, Team
Yeah,
Turtle, and Team
boy.
Llama.
My God. I miss you, Firestar.
Okay, we're gonna move away
Sweet
from book
Jesus.
talk. Book talk's done. Capiche? Okay, so if you did not have Minecraft in your life, where do you think you would be at instead? You know, would you be playing video games? Would you be playing a different game? What would you be doing instead? Maybe you never got into content creation. What would you be doing something else besides content creation, etc.?
I generally wonder if I would be more social. Probably,
Hmm.
I don't know. Maybe.
This is ruining.
Depends on what else you do.
If you never got into Minecraft, you would have never met Craner, right?
That's true, actually.
So that means you wouldn't have your editing job. So that would like fully change your life.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd be doing right now.
Hmm.
I guess I got the better of the two like versions of my life.
You think
If
so?
I didn't play Minecraft. Yeah, Minecraft was a kid thing. I mean, it really was, though. Yes. Well, you never know. Maybe I would be a billionaire now if I didn't play Minecraft.
Well, I mean, because what did you go to your college for, or university?
Just it's a school about media in general, so like photography, newspaper stuff, even though I don't care about that, and like graphics. So a bit of everything.
I mean, maybe you should have been working at a company, working for like a TV studio, maybe. Maybe you could have met the
TV.
right.
Yeah.
Maybe you could have met, the right celebrity, and the celebrity was like, "Hey, come with me, film me, but take photos of me."
Film me, daddy.
Hey, you film me.
Film me.
Yeah, boy, pull a skunk. Hey, you, come here, film me.
Oh no.
Come
Yeah.
here.
That's cringe.
I mean, Runik's life would be totally different. I don't think all of our lives would be as different as Runik's.
Mine might have been because a lot of the reason I'm at college for computer engineering is like when I was researching to get my gaming PC, in 2014 or whatever, I was like, hey, this is pretty cool. And then I was like, oh, computer engineering is like that. Maybe I want to go into that. So I would still be in college though. I just don't know if it'd be necessarily for computer engineering or if it'd be for some other kind of engineering. But like in terms of like career wise,
Yeah.
be similar, but it may not be the same.
Yeah. So I mean, do you think another game would have like interested you instead then?
No.
Like maybe like Terraria or like
Well, Terraria was inspired by Minecraft, right? A lot.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what White would have done then.
I probably would have continued playing sports in high school.
You would be a buff guy
yeah.
now.
I
Look
would
at it now.
probably
It's so sad.
yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. No, I would probably be very buff.
Buff fire.
I would probably not be nearly as
Buff fire.
lazy as I am. I would probably be more focused on school than I am. Yeah. My life would just be better, you know?
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
That'd be
But then I
weird to think
wouldn't have met Skunk, you know?
Yeah. My life would have been so much worse
love
off
of your
because I
life.
wouldn't have ever met you beautiful people.
Oh my gosh.
That's right. I wouldn't have cringed as hard as I do every day, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Be true.
I feel like I wouldn't have gotten into programming as much because Minecraft with like the command blocks,
Yeah.
like I feel that would be like that got me into like computer stuff.
You can make our data packs then. You see, there you go. Thank you for
Oh,
helping
God.
bridge that.
I'd
Make
have
our
to, I
data packs.
haven't learned how data packs work. So
Yeah, I have
I
no
don't
idea either.
I don't know, but I don't think they're that hard supposedly.
yeah, I think they
But-
use the same commands, just like
Kind
have to
of
do
in
different.
more of like a coded way, from what it looks like.
In a
Yeah.
coded way.
Interesting.
That used to be my dream job before, though, like making games, coding games, and everything.
I mean,
Like
I
being
think
in a
that's how
game
all of
company.
us kind of felt because we all thought it'd be like dummy easy kind of style. where
Yeah,
you
but
can
it's
just
hard
easily
as
like
heck.
do this, do that, but no.
I tried getting into Java at some point. It's like the typical like hello world thing and everything, but it's just like after you learn that, I don't think you can like I don't think you figure out what to do stuff.
It's a lot easier when you get an actual programming class. They're like,
Yeah.
so you learn how to Hello World is the first program that you write, and then from there you can learn about variables and you learn about conditional statements, if else, you learn about loops, while loops, for loops, do while loops,
root loops.
through loops, you know. And then from there, typically, you'll if it's a object oriented programming language like Java or C++, then you start learning about classes.
Yep, and then it's fun.
If you start learning about classes, then you can start learning about data structures. Once you start learning about data structures, then you can implement all that into a software system. And then
So I'm guessing it's like coding. You can like probably code the same thing in like 100,000 different ways or something, right? Probably.
Depends on what you're
how
trying to do.
complex it is.
There's like
Yeah.
more efficient ways of doing stuff,
Yeah.
and there's like really shitty
Yeah,
ways.
even, like making a 2D character jump, for instance. Isn't there like several ways to do that? Probably, or maybe not that many. I don't know.
Might be
I
several.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, there has to be a bunch of ways.
I just don't see how you would figure out how to go about doing the thing you're imagining stuff doing. Like, how do you?
Over time,
do
you
you think
just
of
like
code for
gain
that?
knowledge of like efficient methods,
Mhm.
Yeah.
strategies, and you also
Hey.
learn you learn along the way by like googling shit.
Google
So
is your friend.
yeah,
Yeah.
Stack
Don't
Overflow.
reinvent the wheel. You know, if someone else has already developed an algorithm that works, use that same algorithm.
Yeah, but just learn to kind of
You
how
learn it, though.
understand how it works though. Like just don't copy
Yeah.
and paste. You should learn how it works too, partially at least, or attempt
Or
to,
just copy and
definitely
and
paste.
then
how
ask
it
somebody else.
Yeah.
So
I mean, a lot of that's just having actual programming classes helps because they teach you, hey, this is the way you should do things because it's the most efficient way.
yeah, they teach you a lot of the foundations on the way you should go, how you should think, what route. Yeah, like White said, what route you should take for stuff.
Isn't that something you have to be updated on like every single year because they improve the code or make stuff
No,
easier?
that's a lot
or
of
stuff?
different stuff.
I mean, like you may need to
Might be like a tiny little difference here.
you
or
may need
there.
to learn a new language if a new language is developed, but they don't really.
Are they similar
make
in
new
a way?
languages all that much.
If
Like
you
even
know how
like
to do one thing in one language, it's easier to like kind of Google. It's like, how do I do this in this language? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
How do you
I
make a
mean,
dragon speak fire?
each thing kind of has its own different things. Like HTML, like is constantly being updated with different things and how they do stuff. So like that's kind of different from what we're talking about with Java, right? So like because they have different standards for how websites should be made and coded and all
well,
that. So
and HTML is used to make websites.
Yeah.
You know, so something like Java's
yeah,
a programming language you would use to make a game. Same with C++ or to make a software application.
yeah.
They have
use
different
Java in
purposes.
cars though, don't they? Didn't they use Java in cars before too? Like it says like 5 billion devices use Java or some crap
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
probably. I mean, in embedded systems, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
I think a lot of embedded systems typically use the C language.
Yeah, they're ditching Java now, aren't they? Like, isn't
Ja-
Chrome ditching Java or whatever?
Java's
Actually, I don't.
not the best language, not the most efficient.
Yeah.
I guess
it still
Minecraft is
works.
kind of a proof of that. I guess because it's easier coding in C++. So apparently, or I don't know.
C++ is, in terms of object-oriented programming, where most people are going.
It's like more stable when it comes to like resources, I think, or something like
Yeah, which is
memory.
a little interesting because Java has better memory management, but
Really?
it's a whole different. It's supposed to.
I thought it
Well,
was the
it like
opposite.
automatically manages your memory for you
Oh,
in a lot of
Right.
ways, whereas C++ doesn't.
Books and programming languages. We're really hitting
nerds.
the entertainment with this
boy.
podcast.
I mean, you have like two, people here who are in like coding heavy majors. So like,
You
Yeah.
and Hugh.
yeah.
They're in the super coding heavy stuff. I mean, like, bless her.
I mean, computer engineering isn't super coding heavy, but my specific major, I'm in a focus in computer engineering known as software systems, which is like as close to a CS major as you're gonna get for a computer engineer. So it's more heavily programming than the people. My friends who are on the other end, they're in a major called chip scale integration, which is more of like an electrical engineering focused, hardware focused, specific major or specific focus. So
Have you ever coded anything like that you've used yourself?
like my own projects and stuff.
I don't know.
Recall.
I don't know what you're able to do with the stuff you learn, or I don't know.
I mean, I could probably code some on my own. I just haven't.
Yeah, I made a project in high school that calculates like stocks, like stock prices and things. I forgot how I did it, but it was like, I don't know, that could be something you could consider as useful.
Well, something that
Potentially.
a friend of mine made, because he just felt like he was like trying to go through all of his different passwords and like make new passwords. He's like, you know what? I want to make a program to do this. So he made a program that generates a new password, basically a new random password, that he uses for passwords and stuff. So I was like, that's really cool.
That's
Neat.
cool, but
Yeah.
that doesn't sound too hard to do, right? Or I don't know.
No, I mean a lot of it. I know I've looked at the code that he wrote, and it's mainly just like you have a whole, because he basically just takes a whole bunch of words and a whole bunch of numbers and mixes them together, and maybe some special characters in there, and like that's it. So he has like a bank of words and a bank of numbers, and well, not really a
Yeah.
bank of numbers, but like a bank of words, and like mixes numbers and special characters into it. Just kind of uses. I'm guessing I haven't really looked at it in too much detail, but he probably uses a built-in random number generator to just pick one from the list and do that. So no, it's not terribly difficult to do. I mean, it's not a short program, but it's not like 20 lines of code. It's more like
Yeah.
a few hundred. But like,
Oh, really?
mhm.
So it's just like give random variable or some crap like that. I don't even know language.
I mean,
like
maybe he
coding,
could make it more simpler than that, but
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool knowing how to mod Minecraft though. Make your own Optifine
That
somehow.
would be interesting.
That would be Optifine.
Only.
I like that one. Hugh, good job.
Congrats. We're proud of you.
Really proud of you for that one, man.
Damn.
Thank you.
Okay.
Ah.
So we were talking about, what would you be doing instead if you didn't have Minecraft, right? So
Mhm.
if you had the opportunity, would you be a full-time content creator? Would you do it? Or maybe you wouldn't. Maybe you're interested in more money. Maybe you don't think that, content creating is sustainable in life. I know some people had that outlook at some point. Some people have changed their mind. So I don't know,
What do you?
it's a interesting
Is this
ballpark.
is this an at right now, Jay? Are you just trying to at me right now?
What do you mean? There's two other people here besides you. I could be talking about you. I could be talking about Runic.
What do you mean content creator though? Like you don't have to worry about your payments for your house and stuff, or what do you mean?
Like full time, as in your full time job, like what you do to pay the bills is create content, whether it's on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram.
Like and
Twitter.
and it works, or what do you mean?
Yeah, like you actually pay your bills.
Okay, well yeah, then I would do it. Yeah,
Because
I
like
wouldn't do it if it was risky and I would be homeless and stuff.
I mean, there might be some risk involved. Like maybe you're not gonna, get paid everything you should every month. Maybe you're not gonna meet your bills every month, but you still were a full time content creator in that aspect. That that was your main thing. That was the job that you did.
It's a difficult question, I think.
There's always risk associated. Like a lot of people are like, if they're like on the lower totem pole of content creating, they don't have health insurance, or maybe they don't have this insurance, or maybe they can't expend the next extra $1,000 a month because now there's so much risk associated to them getting sick or whatever.
The taxes on being a full time content creator is insane too, because it's all self employment income, and like I had to file taxes this year, and I'm gonna end up paying basically of the income of mine as a very 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 small content creator, of the income of mine that I've actually received, I'm gonna have to pay like 20% taxes on it, because
Nothing.
when
in Norway you have to pay like at least 33%. It's like insane.
Well, that's a bit different though. You have a lot of other things that are technically free, right? That are associated with paying for those taxes.
you guys have more taxes.
Yeah, you don't have to pay to be put in the hospital. So
yes, we have to pay an arm and a leg, and then our whole life.
just move to Canada, easy.
Yeah. Back on topic though. I think content creation is such a new thing that it's like kind of unstable, So I don't think I would want to put all my eggs in that basket, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Like I try to like.
If you stop at any point, though.
White,
right?
could you like give us a guesstimate of how much we would make with it? Also, can you like shove your hand in front of your webcam and then move it back?
Me?
Yeah. Cause yours is getting like pit. I don't think it helped. That just made it worse.
Yeah,
you're like really
the bit
pixelated right now.
Huh? Must be my internet.
I mean,
because it's fine on my end.
It could. Well, I mean, yeah.
I mean, yours is also a bit more pixelated.
Wait. Who, me or?
Yeah, it was, but then I guess it's fine now.
I mean, I think it's Discord problem. Now you're fine. See, everything's perfect now. So I don't know.
That's because it doesn't move. Just move a little bit, and then suddenly it goes. Probably.
You know what, Jay? You're a little bit yellow. Can you put your hand in front of your webcam and try and fix that?
I'm gonna turn even more yellow than you. I can't. But why? How much money? Maybe that would sway some of us. Maybe if we're making more than the median household of like $50,000 a year, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say let's say like $5,500 a month before taxes.
Yeah, I'd be down. Wait, before taxes?
Before taxes.
I would do that. I think.
Okay, I'll bump it up to 6,000.
Okay, no.
Easy, yeah, easy then.
5.5? No, 6. Yeah, easy.
Well, I mean, because that's a lot of money when you calculate each month, right?
6,000 times 12 is $72,000.
So that's before taxes. So I mean,
after taxes, probably more like 50,000.
It's still not horrendous because there's a lot of things you could potentially do to help boost your numbers. Maybe, I mean,
it also depends on what area you live in. Like if you live in California, good luck.
But if you live in Texas, you should be fine because they don't have a state income tax.
Yeah,
so that's why all the content creators move there.
like it seems really difficult being a content creator, uploading once or twice per day. Like I don't see
Yeah.
myself
Oh,
being able to do
boo-hoo.
that if I didn't have someone that
Cry me a river.
made my thumbnails and or edited.
Yeah,
me.
one of the big issues with full-time content creation is that it, for a lot of people, it does become your life. Like, unless you're able to manage it, like you hire an editor and you hire someone to make thumbnails and stuff like that. If you're making everything yourself, like a lot of content creators work 7 days a week,
Yeah.
12 hours a day, like ridiculous hours. So it's like I've in the past I've gone back and forth a lot on this whether or not I would, because
Mhm.
I started off when I first started making content, like I would never want to do this as a job. This is I'd be at home, sitting at home all day, being
Yeah.
lazy. You
That
know,
sounds lit.
didn't sound very lit to me back
Fam,
then.
that sounds so lit.
And
But
then
isn't that kind of why you're uploading though? I mean maybe not. I guess I guess it could be for memories too, or just like for fun. But isn't that kind of the end goal though? Being able to live off of it.
Everybody's end goal.
no,
But then when you
I
think
mean,
about it, I
you
guess it
still
is
want
really
something
difficult.
out of it if you're uploading.
you want something, but your end goal may not be to be
Okay, you still
doing this
want somebody
full-time.
else watching it.
You want someone else to watch it for sure. Like otherwise, why would you upload any videos at all? Why
Yeah.
not just make the videos and never post them? You know, if you just want to be the one to watch it, or if you just want to play, why even record? Just play the
Mhm.
game.
Yeah.
But I've gone back and forth because the idea, just the idea of one, the uncertainty of it, like it's not a stable income.
Like I feel like I generally think if I had the option of being a full-time streamer or a full-time YouTuber, I think streaming would be easier, even though you stream like for very long, like 6 hours.
Streaming is a
I
more
don't-
stable income.
Is a more stable income or not stable?
Stable.
Stable.
I guess streaming is both easier for some people at least. I feel like it's easier probably, and it's
Dude.
more better for your income. It's like
If I was a girl, I would 100% become a Twitch thought. That's what
Do
I
it.
would want. No, like no
We
questions.
cannot allow that kind of talk here. Some people would be offended by this because of the current climate that we're living in. I mean,
would
why
become
you
a
responded to somebody's
Twitch-
tweet regarding that, right? Where
Did
they
I?
talked about.
That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
whole different issue.
Well, I mean, we're allowing Q to, express his certain.
I'd attract all of the simps, dude.
Yeah, you're just gonna
get
the tweet I
pummeled.
responded to
Pimp.
was literally like non-joking comments of like
Yeah,
a
but
certain
some
YouTuber I
people might
follow
not
being
be
told to go
fine
back
with
to the
that.
kitchen. Like it's a whole different issue than what we're talking about here.
What?
I mean, some people might think he's not helping the cause here.
You,
I'm just saying, hypothetically, if I were born with boobies, I
Okay,
would
you're making it worse.
pimp out all of the simps.
We're talking about how there was a female YouTuber who was getting a bunch of comments saying, like, girl, oh, listen to this video, found out it was a girl, unsubscribe. Or this is a girl.
Oh, actually, I should probably link
Oh,
the
it's gonna
actual
make me
tweet.
have
Wait,
a
really?
great time.
Yeah, I feel like everyone gets shitty comments like that, though. You know what I mean? Like it's not only women that get it.
I mean, it has to be so freaking annoying though for like Twitch streamers or like girl Twitch streamers when there is like a really like you could tell
There's like a
you
guy
know,
kind of too like close.
like a guy bait
getting-
stream. I don't know. Oh, hello.
This is a bad shot to freeze on.
No, but this tweet was from
Oh
Gemini.
god,
Tay.
that paused at the wrong frame.
Yeah, that's what we're talking
That
about.
paused at the wrong time.
Are you back?
I think he probably did something with his phone.
That okay. Speaking
What
of
have you
Twitch thoughts,
You're still frozen for us, Hugh.
hang on.
Oh, you're gonna have
Unfreeze
to
yourself.
leave.
This is
You're
not
gonna
Frozen
ruin.
2.
We're back.
Oh wait, you're good
Oh,
now.
there you go.
Yeah, we are.
I'm so
That has to
triggered.
suck though for girls though. Like
Specifically, like
getting comments like that. Like
yeah. In this case, it's a YouTuber who just constantly gets comments about it. Stuff like, go back to the kitchen, or like one of the comments that I thought was crazy was someone said, "Oh, you know what? She's just doing the voiceover. You know all those builds in the background? Yeah, a guy made those." Like,
Yeah, that's just stupid.
why would I just didn't understand how people would, first off, think about some of this stuff, like actually think about it as a real thing, and two, comment it. Like,
Well, some people
I mean,
just
it must
feel
be a
like
9-year-old.
trolling,
Well,
right?
I mean, maybe
But
it's trolling, but some of the comments did not look like trolls.
Yeah,
I do
and
wonder
then
what the stats are actually because I don't actually think I'm sub to like many girl YouTubers because there aren't many that are big at least.
There are
But
fewer
I can't think of any
in the
like,
gaming industry for sure
yeah.
that I've noticed, anyways.
Well, because I feel like girls typically plateau at a certain point.
that's really weird.
You're talking about online?
Yeah, like YouTubers, just girl YouTubers,
Oh,
or I don't know. I don't see I don't actually see, like, I don't know what the stats are for like girl gamers and guy gamers, but I feel like there's way more guy gamers and there's way more guy YouTubers than.
There are only so many simps in the world.
I
Am
mean,
I wrong?
it definitely feels like that.
Oh, I think he's probably right. Because, like, some families value, oh, gaming is kind of like a boyish thing to do. Girls should be doing blah, 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 blah. So that's probably why.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably depends on the games you play, too. Like, if you're playing Call of Duty, I guess it kind of makes sense that you're only going to be seeing, guys generally, right? But if you play, like, Minecraft, Animal Crossing, or whatever, Pokemon, or some not as
League of
violent, gory
Legends.
game, you're more likely gonna see somebody that is a
I mean,
female.
yeah, that sucks.
It definitely felt like there was a much higher like split, I guess, when I was in high school, because specifically in my friend groups, like all the girls I know, like
Mhm.
they may have played like Pokemon or something, but it was very rarely, and they, as far as I knew of, rarely, if ever, touched a video game. Whereas all the guys, like every single guy I knew, played video games to some degree.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know how true it is, but definitely felt like there was a much
Yeah,
bigger
I mean,
split, I guess.
I feel like I never see a girl with like a gaming headset or anything like that at any schools, but like you see a lot of dudes with headsets and like game. I don't know, playing. You know what I mean, right? Like you can tell
Mm,
if someone is a gamer, but you don't
Just
see
like
as many that looks like they're like girls that look like they're gamers.
just
I mean, you
more
can't always
dudes play
tell
video
just
games.
by looking at someone.
But yeah, but I mean, you see more dudes with headsets that they look more like gamers. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Definitely interesting though.
So wait, is everybody here saying they would do it or not do full-time content creation at this rate then?
It
Would
really
I
depends.
would I have the option to like continue my degree, or would it be like?
I mean, I'm assuming you probably already done with college.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You're-
yeah, I do it
Okay.
So
as long as I have like not all my eggs aren't in one basket.
yeah, so
I'd
you
be
just be
down.
able to go back to, hopefully go back to being able to work normally.
I
Or
would
maybe you
say
would struggle.
I would definitely say I would for sure do it if it was once per second day, but if it's every day and I have to do everything myself,
I mean, that's
then
all up
it's
to you. You're the content
then
creator.
it's
Yeah, it's all up to you. Like, you wouldn't have to upload every single day.
yeah, but it depends how stable it would be for me then
Right.
if I don't.
Speaking of stability, guys, this podcast is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't see a paycheck hitting my bank account, so no. No. However, if they do want to send some money our way, I can happily split it with everybody here. For the low price of, what are they paying all those content creators? Like $20,000 easy? Welcome to hit it
Yeah,
my
like
way.
6,000.
I'm so tired of seeing commercials or like YouTube ads and freaking sponsorships from that stupid game. Like, just get it. Just
I
go
know you
away.
can get a YouTube premium trial for a month. You don't have to see it because you're a student. That's what I
Well,
did.
how much
That's
is YouTube Premium?
if you're a
$4.99
student, it's $5.99, I think. But if you're
A month?
yeah,
Ugh.
or it might be $5. I don't know. But that also comes with YouTube Music, no ads. Be able to play YouTube videos in the background, download YouTube videos. I mean, it's still
That's how
not
much you
great.
use YouTube. I mean, like,
Why
cause
don't they
like
just sell something just for ads? Like
I don't know why they
$2.
don't do that, but I guess it's because, they want to encourage people to use YouTube Music or try it out. And to kind of like gatekeep you into like going into this one category.
it doesn't feel like a very great deal though, because like I know comparing it to other streaming sources basically. I pay the student price $4.99 a month for the dual package of Hulu plus Spotify Premium.
Yeah.
That's $4.99 for 2 services I use quite a bit. I would say in some ways I use specifically Spotify twice as much as I use YouTube. So like
I mean, everybody's
it
different, of
doesn't-
course.
everybody's different, but I watch YouTube, but I also don't really mind watching the ads if they're not great Shadow Legends or a great mobile game or whatever it is.
Yeah,
Like-
it can be a bit annoying, but I think it's a necessary evil for like people that either like get demonetized, you know.
Well, yeah, but like, why
So-
specifically that company? Like, please just stop. Take their commercials.
Because
Take
they
their
press
ads
those
off.
Just press the
companies.
skip button a couple of times. You're fine, dude.
They should do what
It's-
Twitter does. Like you don't want to see this ad very often, or like a button for that, and then make it switch to a different game or something. I don't
I've
know.
been getting ads for like this Disney show that's ending as well, whatever it's called. I forget what it's called. I've been getting ads for those, and I'm like, when have I ever expressed interest in this?
Well, you can
Never.
always mess with your YouTube ad. Like, there's like your interests that you can mess with for your Google profile. So you could potentially like change something there, and that can possibly affect it. See, the only reason why I will if I ever see a horror ad, I'm instantly turning my ad blocker back on. Like, that's when I know
Horror
it's
ad?
a horror ad, like
Oh,
scary
horror.
movies.
I was
Like,
gonna
no,
say I'd leave it off at that point.
no, I'm good. I don't need any spooking.
Hmm.
No, I remember when Twitch was doing that for like October, just playing constant. I'm like, no, I don't need this in my life.
Yeah,
Like,
but I get cringy ads that you see in like Cartoon Network, like LOL surprise, and it's like fucking I don't know, it's cringe and like I don't know.
mm.
Wish they would
Well,
take my
it's
age into
targeted towards
consideration.
children, though.
Yeah, but they should take age into consideration when it's
I mean,
ads.
Yeah, like,
age is
they
just
can
a
only do
number.
so much though. What?
Like I'm in my early 20s, so like don't give me ad for a freaking Disney show. Like
Mhm.
Well, that's debatable, I guess.
no. Well, like this specific Disney show that's aimed at like 8-year-olds.
Oh well, yeah, okay.
Well, maybe they
Like-
know something about you that you don't.
It's like what? Why in the world am I getting this ad? But I would not mind. I should honestly download ad block or something just to block ads on Twitch. Because I straight up do not care about ad blocking on Twitch. I think Twitch ads are stupid. I think
Yeah.
that they are. I hate like YouTube ads. At least it feels like that revenue. That's the main source of revenue for YouTubers. For Twitch streamers, ads aren't really.
Yeah, they got subs, they got tips, they got
So, like,
cheers, they got.
I 100% do not mind throwing on an ad blocker for Twitch. Like,
And just don't go to the big streamers.
Yeah.
Ads every like 10 minutes or whatever it is.
I don't watch big streamers, so there's.
I feel like
there's
most
that.
people don't even play ads anymore on their streams.
I remember who was it? I think it was TSM Hanlons. They would like make it like a fun game. We're like, oh my gosh, one of his moderators in his chat is gonna play ads. Enjoy. It's like so where it's like the streamer is not the bad person, but the moderator is. So it's like,
I always admired one streamer in particular who I think to this day has never run a single ad on his channel, other than I guess the pre-rolls that are automatically run.
yeah,
but like
you
other
can't
than
do
that,
anything there.
Giant Waffle, I'm pretty sure was the one who did it, who was very proud. I would say rightfully so, never running a single ad break, ever.
Will you do
So-
it, White?
No,
I
I
do
would
really-
really
remember.
100%.
What if you were getting like $300 for running a 1-minute ad segment?
no, that's not worth it.
$300?
Even when you go
Because
AFK.
what are you talking
Because
about?
I know
dude?
as a viewer, I would hate it.
Even if you went to FK.
Yeah.
So even like if you're like, okay, I'm gonna use the bathrooms for the next 5 minutes. Here's a 1 minute
Put
ad.
on something else. Put on a BRB screen. Put on some sort of other content to keep viewers entertained instead of putting on ads.
What if they had an optional thing, like where they launch an ad, or the streamer launches an ad, and the viewer can click like watch ad or not watch ad if they want to support.
That'd be neat, but that's
not
never
a bad
gonna
idea,
happen.
actually.
That could definitely be a good thing, like an optional ad to support your streamer or whatever. Like watch 10 ads to do something special, like get a sticker. Or, I don't know.
And you get a sticker, and you get
Yeah,
a
if
sticker.
you watch 10 ads, you get an emote. Oh my gosh, congrats!
Yeah.
That's probably what's gonna happen.
It's like no ad block. It was like the emote. No
Yeah.
ads or
But
something.
eventually,
I-
Twitch will
I
probably
do-
run out of ads to play then, because I feel like then streamers will start to do it a lot more.
I do wonder, like, how much do you think a streamer with like 50,000 viewers that has no ad block gets from launching one ad?
For how
Or
long?
streaming
How
one
long
ad.
is the ad segment?
Let's say 30 seconds.
Because I knew this for a bit. I guess it depends on the month too, but
Let's say this month.
Are we talking thousands of dollars, or are we talking hundreds
that should
or less?
Well, if all of them have to watch the ad, all 50,000, that's easily in the thousands, I think.
Yeah.
I would 100% whore myself out for every ad that comes my way, dude. I don't care. I'm taking advantage of that opportunity.
He's probably gonna abuse it. He's gonna have auto hotkey set up, play ads as soon as you can.
Of course, of course.
The macros.
Well, if it's
boy.
like, I can sort of understand if it's like a smaller streamer or someone who like is just getting by. They're like, this is gonna help me pay my bills. Like that makes sense. But if you're someone who's averaging like 50,000 viewers and you play a freaking ad break, I'm not gonna watch you again. Sorry. Like,
I think it depends on how you present it. If you mention that you're gonna play an ad and it's to support yourself or whatever, then I think it's fine.
no. Even then, I would still leave.
Oh yeah,
Really?
Doc
it's
will
to
just
support a
happily
charity-
press that button. Boing.
Because
Here's an ad.
someone who has 50,000 viewers, more than likely they probably have at least 50,000 subscribers, right?
Oh
From what
yeah,
I've noticed,
if a 50,000,
We're talking about on
guy did
Twitch.
it, then
Yeah.
that's different. But, yeah.
50,000 subscribers.
yeah,
well, that's insane.
or more than that.
I mean, I feel like viewership for those big streamers have gone down quite a bit, right? Like Tim Max is out at like 20K, Doc is at like 20K. Like they
I don't
can't
watch
get over the
them,
hump
so-
anymore. Tifu can't get over the hump anymore. Like, I mean, sure, they already have enough subscribers as is. Like, think about it. If you have 20,000 subs, like, you really need any more money? That's 50K a month just
Yeah.
from that.
Yeah.
Like, and you got
Especially
Epic Games support a creator code right there too to like
you have that. I mean, a lot of those guys have
merchandise, YouTube channels,
yeah,
cheers,
making
tips.
a lot of money.
Yeah, so I mean they're set, but like, well, more power to them, I guess.
Now, if you have like a company and you're like a channel, you're like a Twitch channel or a YouTube channel or both, and you're like a company, and then you're like paying people, like you're paying an editor, and you're paying this, you're paying people to do this and that for you. Like I could see you struggling more, but you should also be able to manage your finances more if you're making that much money. I don't know.
I think they already all make good enough, but you know, more power to them. But
I have no sympathy for it. Like, really gonna subject your viewers to that so you can make hundreds of thousands more
There's
dollars?
probably a lot of things I could say here, but I probably shouldn't. So I probably won't.
like what, Rudy? Like what?
Well, I mean, I work for Trainer, so I know a bit, but I probably
Mhm.
shouldn't.
I
That's
guess.
up
Probably
to you.
shouldn't really talk about it. I mean, I get paid a good amount. Is like very good. Like it's the best job I could probably ever have at this point. Like the pay is so good that I bet I would get more from this job than if I graduated like even higher than I have now.
Mm-hmm.
That's how good it is, and it's like the best thing I could have right now.
I've
Yeah.
got my mom's credit card, so I'm pretty much set.
That's good to hear.
Solid.
You. That's good to
Solid.
hear.
Me too.
Well, I think we're gonna move away from this topic and we're gonna end it on one last topic, and then we're gonna wrap things up. So, I figure one thing we can talk about is Hermitcraft or Legacy SMP. They've been the hot stuff as of lately, I've noticed. They've been pumping out content left and right. I've been really enjoying the Hermitcraft stuff with all the roleplay they got going on. Live streams, I know both servers did a stream day event thing, so that was pretty interesting to watch, of course, from both of them. I think I know Legacy did theirs as of today while we're recording. When did Hermitcraft do theirs? Was that a week
Today.
ago? Oh, yeah, I was like, felt like they did it today, but I was like, am I
They did
getting
one today, and I
confused?
think they're doing a second part tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So I
Your
mean,
live stream day?
yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, I don't know. I mean, I thought maybe you guys checked that out. I enjoyed some of it. I was watching some of the Hermitcraft stuff. I checked out some of the Legacy stuff. I know White, you were watching some of the Legacy stuff because I saw you on my little friends list area.
I watched Legacy pretty much all day
Mm-hmm.
while I was working on projects and other stuff.
Yeah.
They
basically-
both stream today?
Yeah.
Doesn't that seem a bit weird?
Much?
Or
No, I mean it's a
not
live stream
smart.
weekend. Weekends are typically the
weekend,
best
huh?
time.
Well, yeah,
I
they
guess.
typically have. Well, this is Legacy's first one, and then
Yeah, this is-
Hermitcraft typically has what, 1 or 2 a month, right? For
They've been doing it
A lot
since season
this
7
month.
started. They've been doing it every weekend. I'm pretty sure.
oh, that's great then. So, I mean, I've been enjoying what I've been seeing from them. Been nice having always like good Minecraft content to watch. Whenever an AfterLife member isn't streaming, feels bad, man.
Which is most of the time.
Yeah, come on, White. We need to see more streams from you. That's what we want.
We'll see.
Wait, can you tell me what the appeal is behind like watching a Minecraft Let's Play?
Or are you
'Cause
talking
I
about
don't know.
stream?
Oh, wait, you're talking about streams?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I
never
guess it
mind
could
then.
be a good question for the other thing too.
What's
though.
the appeal to watching a Minecraft Let's Play?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of them are just kind of like if it's just straight footage, like so I kind of zone out at some points.
So are you talking
And,
about
like-
are you talking about like Hermitcraft and Legacy, or are you talking about like?
I'm just talking about like in general. Like
Well, why would
don't
you, for instance, why would you watch Ethos LP?
well, his personality mostly, and also because he kind of like gets to the point when he records for most of the time.
Some people do
So, like, I
that.
don't know.
Personality is a big part of it. Some people
Mhm.
watch, especially a lot of the building Let's Plays, or the YouTubers are more building focused for building tips and tricks and to help improve their own building.
Mhm.
And see what those creators will build. Some watch the more technical players, the more technical Let's Plays for tips and tricks, and when they're trying to improve upon their technical gameplay. Some just watch for pure enjoyment. They just think that it's fun to sit there and watch a video for 20 minutes of someone building something or doing something in their single player world or their multiplayer world or whatever. There's a whole bunch of reasons. It's the same reasons that have been around since, Let's Play started, or Minecraft Let's Play started,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what, over 10 years ago or whatever.
I feel like I have to watch a video on like 2 times speed though to enjoy it.
Do you do
Like,
that
it's a
with even
problem.
Hermitcraft?
Yeah.
I will
Two
100%
times.
skip around a lot of times in some videos. If I like, there is some creators like Etho. Well, I will sit there and I will watch the entire video. But there are other creators who I'll sit there and I'll watch like the first 8 minutes, and I'm like, I'm moving on to just
Yeah,
something
that way
else.
you
I'll
can
skip
kind
around
of
a
get
little
like
bit.
a feel or
Yeah.
pace for the video, and then you're like, okay, I kind of see where this video is going. Okay, let's skip ahead.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
when people just kind of ramble and don't really do anything, that can be kind of frustrating to watch. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
That is a very tricky part to balance though in the video, I think.
Mhm.
Like not
Mhm.
being too rambly and not doing too much also.
Yeah, you
in
must
one,
have the
like-
fun trying to figure out, okay, is this the right amount for this part of the video? Like, because you have to edit Craner's videos, so I mean, I'm sure he probably has it kind of nailed down to like a formula, right? So it's like, do this, do that, do that, do this, right?
I mean, yeah, for his single player, or not really single player, it's like solo videos on a multiplayer server where they like basically troll each other and stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of easy to edit. It just cuts, like he stops talking, starts talking, stops
Yeah.
talking, starts talking every time. So,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a little bit tricky sometimes because I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
You just have to have the
what
flow.
I think what he does is easier than what a guy on Hermitcraft does, though.
Probably.
like by a lot. I don't know. It might not be easier to edit though.
Hmm. I don't know. I haven't watched a creator video in a bit,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't know how the editing has been and how it compares to like some of the hermits. 'Cause I know I think Ren does a lot of like interesting stuff with his editing now. Because he uses the Badlion client, I think, or he uses some weird fancy shots. So I don't know how he does it, but it looks like he uses some form of like replay mod or like something to get those shots. So I was watching it, I'm like, that kind of looks like replay mod, but there's no replay mod, so it has to be Badlion, right? So I don't know, I wasn't able to like fully tell, but
I think like the editing for a Hermitcraft guy is different because they
yeah,
don't
you don't have to
they
do as
don't have
many
face
cuts,
cam.
right?
Most
Yeah,
of them don't have face cam also. Like
I don't
that's a
think
big
any
difference.
of them do, right?
I don't think any of them do.
Yeah,
On
creator
their
always has
videos, at
face
least.
cam, so it's like you have to do stuff with the face cam, zoom and
Zoom in.
zoom and move stuff, and
Rotate.
it's just a bunch of random noises too.
Yeah.
Do you
But
have to like
he's
resync the audio and the video every
yeah,
once in
he
a while?
claps like 3 times, and then I like
Oh.
just as he claps, that's where I find the spike in the audio and put it there.
Hmm.
Some interesting stuff, but his age demographic is probably way lower than Hermitcraft's, or so it feels like. At least a range of an audience.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Because Hermitcraft I would say, has probably a bigger age range, even though
Yeah,
like
it
the
probably
more
has, like
popular hermits, at least the majority of their fan bases are still probably younger.
I'm guessing from ages 9 to like 30 is probably the most common.
Yeah, in general. I would say a lot of times, like Hermitcraft members, I guess it depends upon the member as well. The most popular ones will have a younger
Yeah.
audience. The less popular ones will have a little bit of an older audience. It's probably in the
Yeah.
teens to early 20s. Like I would say it feels like a lot of the Hermitcraft audience is like my age, like late teens,
Probably.
early 20s for the most
Yeah,
part.
I would guess like 16 to like 22 or something.
Yeah.
But then when you start to like factor in like Mumbo and Green, then that kind of like drops it.
Goes down.
Maybe.
I think it has to. Is that
Definitely interesting though. Like,
yeah?
that stuff is, I don't know.
Would you guys be interested in an Afterlife stream day event?
Yes.
Would you take
Mm.
part?
Oh God.
I mean, you could do it, right? You have the
You could
internet.
play-
You have the
Yeah.
computer.
Like who actually streams an
So-
Afterlife though? Let's be honest.
Only
Oh,
you
God.
and Skunk, really.
Why are people calling me? Fuck me.
Well, man, look at this
Okay.
angle.
Yeah. I feel like I
mean,
get like performance anxiety though if I streamed.
Do you
know
think
what I
so?
mean?
You
I
don't
think
think
so.
you
Yeah.
could be cringy enough for the whole stream?
I mean, if I played a character like for the whole stream and just was cringe, I could probably do it.
I
Like
mean,
if
you
I
could
was trying
always
to be
have somebody
random.
with you too, if you really want to.
Yeah,
If
I
you wanted
guess
to do
so.
like a different kind of stream.
I
day.
feel like when it gets slow, I'd be like, okay, this is like not entertaining. Everything's horrible. Like I
I
need to
genuinely
stop.
wonder how
And
your
then-
streams would be like though, because your commentary style is if it's kind of unique. I think it's like you do the whole
It's
like
T-Bone.
There's a lot of cuts,
guys.
and it would be
So
really
today-
strange to see. I don't know.
yeah.
You have like this way of talking in your videos. I don't know
Yeah,
how you would do it
I
on the
talk
stream.
like a special ed kid.
It's
lot
like
of
you're
times.
questioning everything you say as you say it, and then
Yeah,
you
it's
continue.
it's meta irony.
yeah. I guess that would be a word for it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, like
there's a
it's
YouTube. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
hey, you're good. I was just gonna say to Jay, it's not just me and Skunk that stream. Like
Oh yeah,
Mario
you have Ash and Mar.
streams.
Oh, kind of. They kind of.
Ash will stream on YouTube. King
Ash
Z
has
would
been streaming
might
more
stream.
regularly.
I mean,
Well,
Runic
no,
could
I'm saying.
stream.
Well, no, you were
could,
talking
yeah.
about who really streams on Afterlife. I thought you meant like currently, like consistently.
Oh,
So, I mean, that's really.
I would put myself in the same ballpark as Mario.
I think you.
I don't stream all that often.
I mean,
Not right now.
Yeah, right now, but you did more consistently than him. Because Mario was typically like once a month, really, if anything, or even less. Ash has been picking up. That's been neat to watch. Even though he has to freaking reset his stream like 3 times in a row. But I'm assuming that's because he had internet problems. But nobody called us out on the 3 pings for it, so whatever.
There were 3 pings.
Yeah, because he reset his stream like 4 times, so like it would send out a new ping, and then a new ping, and then a new ping, and then a new ping.
Don't they have cooldown for that?
No, not for the. I mean, I think he stopped, and then like a minute later started back up or whatever. So you might have noticed, but I deleted them, so you wouldn't be able to tell. But you might be able to see, oh, there's 4 pings, but there's only 1 new thing. Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, we have a good bit of people that could stream, so that would be interesting. But it's just a matter of like finding the right day and time, I guess, or people that are willing to stream and how long they want to stream and etc. Or if you
Just
want
do it
to
on Sundays.
or if you want to do anything like special for it.
It could be I could start it off, and then Skunk streams.
I
And then
think
Mario
Sundays
streams
are
and someone else.
actually the least free days typically for our members. I think Saturday is typically the day that has people more free. But
Well, I'm just thinking of the people who
Yeah.
would stream. Like Skunk and I already stream on Sundays.
yeah.
So there's 2. You know.
Sunday.
But we gotta milk you for more streams, so if we do it Saturday, then you have to stream Sunday, so it's even better.
I don't have to. I can just say I'm streaming Saturday instead of Sunday.
Wow, you'd pull that card. Come on, White. We want more.
Jay, I can do whatever I want.
Okay. So, is there anything else we want to add to this beautiful, wonderful topic? Or are we good with what we got? I mean, we
Good.
talked about stream days, we talked about Hermitcraft, we talked about kind of Legacy in a way. Or do we want to add more on those little things?
Legacy's great. About it. I watch more Legacy than Hermitcraft.
I don't know, I've been enjoying Hermitcraft a lot more than Legacy. But maybe it's just because I haven't found the right member that I enjoy on Legacy yet fully. I've tried
I think
a
it's
lot
just-
of them, but I can't find the right one.
Part of it's because like I know kind of know-ish
Yeah,
some people on there, so it was a lot easier. And like some of them are people I already watched, so like
yeah.
I followed a lot of them already. Just
Mhm,
start watching a new series, and I was like, okay.
mhm.
So
I think I find it hard getting into like newer SMPs, like watching for some reason. Mainly because I know the people on the like the Hermitcraft more. Like
mean,
I've
I
heard the
guess.
names before, and it's like you checked them out. I don't know.
I mean, I've tried probably like 5 or 6 of the Legacy people, but like I don't think I found the one that's been right for me still.
okay.
But I mean, I've been enjoying my Hermitcraft because they've been doing the storytelling stuff, or like just stupid stuff that they're doing too, or normal Minecraft content. So I mean, they have like a full-on mixture. While I feel like with Legacy, they're not really doing any of that. They're just kind of doing normal Minecraft building and just build. I
Yeah.
mean, they're all builders, so it makes sense. Or most of them are.
I mean, you know, that might be why I watch Legacy more, because I don't really care about some of the story building
Yeah.
stuff. Like I honestly couldn't care less about what story is going on Hermitcraft. I didn't care last season. I don't like, and it probably shows in the people that I watch. I watch Azuma. I watch Jevin. I mean, there's some, and I watch Etho, and there's some storyline maybe within that,
Yeah.
but it's not like the overarching B-dubs versus Dokam and
Yeah.
whatever else there is, whatever Green, Scar, and Mumbo and Iskall are all doing.
I don't know about that.
I don't know what they're doing, but I assume that's who most people are watching between them and Doc and B-dubs.
Yeah.
And I guess Etho. Like I've never cared for story driven SMPs or story driven parts of SMPs. I just go build. Show me builds,
Whoa
please.
there, Team Turtle member. You better be nice.
Yeah, I kind of feel like roleplay is a bit cringe in general too.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You do a great
I
job,
mean,
Hugh. You just
I
make
see-
it cringe.
I can't be serious during a roleplay, dude. Like, I'm sorry.
You
It just doesn't
could.
happen.
I mean,
No.
there are parts where you like are, but then the Cubone nature comes out.
Oh my god, guys. What
Yeah.
is that? Yeah.
Umaiba mu.
My
For
Ernie, do you have a preference?
roleplay or not roleplay?
Yeah.
I think a good mix is alright. It depends how long you go with it and what you do with it. Because I do like watching progress on like bases and stuff like that, like
Yeah.
iron farms, so like
Mhm.
that kind of stuff. If it's just roleplay, then it might. I mean, I've been watching a lot of Hermitcraft, so I do enjoy what they're doing so far.
Mhm.
But if it's like literally 20 minutes of just roleplay, then
Well, I
I
don't
don't know.
think any of them really do that. Like all of them do
No,
like
yeah.
like I talked to you about the Doc M tweet where he talks about all his content for Minecraft is based around storytelling now. So like I feel like they do enough to where like, if they build something in Minecraft that kind of deals with the story that they're going to eventually tell, just like what we're
Yeah,
kind of
that's
doing on
cool.
the server, like we have Team Turtle stuff happening where, they build the panda sanctuary. So like, that has a purpose. You probably wouldn't have just built that randomly, or like all the headquarters, you updating over there and the factory. So like that's all neat little fun storytelling content right there that probably would have never existed if we didn't do roleplay, right?
Yeah, I mean, I
So,
definitely would. I enjoy watching like people build things that aren't necessarily needed for a
yeah.
survival. Like a factory, for instance,
Mm-hmm.
and then they do like every now and then like a role play in there.
Yeah.
Or- I don't know if it would be called a role play though. Sometimes it's just them meeting each other and just talking
Yeah.
business. I guess that
I
is
mean, I guess
technically
in a
role playing,
way,
but
but they kind like sometimes they do it where it's like in a role play esque nature.
more,
But yeah, I get you.
yeah, more just like interaction.
Yeah.
I think.
yeah, I don't mind that. I think that's
Yeah.
cool.
I'm much more of a single player minded viewer.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably where we differ as well. I don't really care about interactions. I just want to see you do your thing.
Yeah.
Wow,
That's about it.
wow.
So
Okay.
All right, boys.
Uh-huh.
Are we ready to wrap up this podcast? Or
Well,
what?
you gonna go poo you?
Yes.
You feel
Okay.
I think
You
we've been
poo-
going for a while. Anyways.
Yeah, we've been going on for over an hour 30. We could have made this the longest podcast, but you're over here like,
I
nah.
have people
I
calling
mean,
me.
we probably talked a bit too long about the coding and the books.
No,
We
I
didn't.
think that wasn't all that. What was our longest? Okay, I guess we can wrap that up later. But either way,
Yeah.
that is it for our lovely Afterlife podcast, episode 15. Hopefully, this can be our next viewed podcast because we're on a roll right now. Well, I think
It's gonna
episode
slow down after this.
episode 14 is almost there. I'll figure out a way to make this the most viewed thing. But either way, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, comment, rating on any respective platform, and then hit that sub button. Check out all the Afterlife members and all our hosts today. They're beautiful. Even Riddick, because we can't even see him right now, but deep down inside we know he's just as beautiful as. Look at all of us.
Big true.
Either way, thank you guys for watching and listening. Bye bye. Kisses.
Bye.
Bye.
You happy?
Goodbye,
Hugh?
guys.
Oh,
You
it didn't
happy?
record. Dang it.
Oh my gosh, we didn't record it.
Imagine.
The audio messed up.
I
Oh,
swear,
God.
Jay, if you didn't record that, I'm gonna lose my crap in the toilet.
Well, Hugh, what are you doing? That's too
Whose
close and
shirt would be
personal.
true?
You shirtless.
Oh
Who knows
yeah.
where that camera is, right?